Okay, welcome back everybody. I got a comment in one of the videos asking me to increase the resolution. I have done so now, so hopefully in addition to solving the audio problems and making things sound better, if not necessarily good, we now should have some decent looking video as well. And again, my apologies for it having taken this long in the first place. So our first order of business is going to be to rename a couple of troops to catch up with folks that were in the thread. So Grace Ryan, our newly recruited Lance Corporal, is going to be Grandma Party. Now, Grandma Party has statistics with low hit points, mediocre aim, but high mobility that don't lend themselves particularly well to either a Rocketeer or a Gunner. So we are going to roll the dice a little bit and see what she promotes into if we choose randomly. Well, the hit points aren't particularly useful, but with high mobility, Grandma Party should make for a pretty good assault. We will also give her a close combat specialist. That's pretty much the default for any assault. Unless I want to make Grandma Party my covert operative. No, I really don't. Grandma Party is going to be your standard assault. And we have one more that asked for a renamed soldier in the thread, and that was Scalding Coffee. So Scalding Coffee will now take the place of... Is Robin Piper? Okay. Alright, so we're now caught up on the thread. We have a handful of soldiers who still need to be renamed, so if you haven't posted yet and you're interested in having a random XCOM dude who may or may not die horribly, by all means let me know. In general, the barracks is looking pretty good. We're starting to build out our classes we're really going to be reliant on. Engineers and Assault, you want to have a few more of those if you're rushing mechs, because the early mech versions of Assault and Engineers are quite powerful, even without other technology built up. It would be nice if I could get some more medics, well, any medics at all for that matter. A couple more Rocketeers would be helpful, but all told, this is pretty good for the first month. We do have one more mission to deal with, which we're going to jump into right now. We have a moderate abduction in the United States on a settlement map which requires a decent mix of close range and long range units. Now, my behavior for most of the abduction maps so far this month has been to take 2 specialists if possible and 4 rookies. But because we are now fairly late in the month, we risk running into month 2 quality units, thin men, floaters, and seekers, all of which we will discuss if we run into them. Then I guess we ran into a little bit on the previous mission. So to mitigate that risk a little bit, instead of taking a mix of 2 specialists and 4 rookies, we're going to flip that and take 4 specialists and 2 rookies. So first, let's line up the rookies that come out with us. We will bring Modern Major General, who doesn't need to have a kill because he already got 100 experience points on a previous mission. We will bring Charlie Radborn. And then we're going to bring our 4 specialists. So Kai Shai is going to come. And Kai Shai has such crazy high mobility that I'd actually rather put the tack armor on her, given how low her regular hit points are. We will bring Sheen for suppression. Let's bring Tuxedo Ted. And we should probably get one other shooty class in here. Actually, no, we're going to bring the Flying Llama because we might as well level up our Rocketeers. So Llama is going to switch to the SMG so she can actually move. Bring a rocket, and it's also going to bring a smoke grenade. So this seems like a pretty good group of folks to bring. Let's see how this goes.
Touching down.
Get ready to deploy. Our AO is within the continental United States. Panic is spreading throughout a major city as the aliens move through the streets. We have to get a handle on this situation.
Alright, so this is known as Pizza Stage within XCOM circles because this is a pizza parlor that the aliens have invaded. It's a somewhat difficult map because there's, if you spawn in the wrong place, not a lot of good cover. If you can manage to get to the buildings, or better still get on top of the buildings, the map becomes much, much easier.
Central, this is Big Sky.
We have a good spawn.
Touching down now. Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5x5. Strike 1 has the green light for deployment.
So let's see what we're dealing with here. We will pop the motion tracker. And what's the best way to get up on this roof? Best way to get up on that roof is actually fairly far away.
Moving out.
And there's something either in this building or on top of the building, which makes me somewhat reluctant to want to go much further. So we're going to go ahead and move Kai-Shai over to this high cover dumpster. And we've gotten away with that just fine, which means we can dash Sheen forward.
Confirmed. Closing on target position now.
Got it. Moving.
Everybody else can join.
Stepping off.
On the move. Location confirmed.
So I haven't heard any combat chirps from anything other than sectoids, which leads me to believe we might be okay on this mission, and it's not going to be unnecessarily difficult.
Good to go.
We're going to bring Llama up next to this door.
Location confirmed.
Heading there now.
Radborn and Modern Major General will get ready to breach this other door.
Got it. Moving.
Okay. Roger that. Steady. I think I heard something.
Now we're going to use the motion tracker one more time to see what we're dealing with around here. Alright, so there's actually a ton of aliens around us. We don't know if they're up here or out over here, but we don't want to go too much further. It also looks like if we open this door, we will get aliens, so let's do that. Nothing yet.
I'm on it, Commander.
Alright.
Headed there now.
So the closer that we can get, the more likely we are to be able to ambush them, which, as you might imagine, would be enormously helpful.
Heading out.
So we will now abandon this other door.
Headed there now.
Heading to that location.
And we will steady Llama's rocket so that she can absolutely just ruin the day of whatever is behind this door on the next turn. Alright, surprise aliens, what's up?
Weapons high.
X-rays coming in from the sides.
Alright, well that's moderately inconvenient that they scattered to the point that a rocket's not going to be terribly helpful. But there's a difference between not terribly helpful and still fairly helpful. So we're going to just shoot this rocket right here, blow up a bunch of cover, probably blow the drone up while we're at it.
Bringing the pain.
And we can have Charlie Radborn get himself a kill on the sectoid who just had his cover blown.
He's dead. I'm on the move.
Modern Major General can move up. Drop a grenade on this poor unsuspecting sectoid. Maybe. Weird that I can't get it right at his feet. Here we go.
Grenade out.
Hoping for a kill here. And we'll move forward with Sheen Sheen. Suppress this sectoid.
Roger that. Suppressing hostile.
This is moderately dangerous. Yee. Alright, so Tuxedo Ted is not moving because he sees this pod. They haven't seen him yet. And I would like to keep it that way.
I'm on it, Commander.
We are not even going to try and take that shot.
I got my eyes on them.
They're falling back.
I'm taking fire.
Alright, we also have Meld far, far off in the distance. We might go chasing it, we might not, I haven't decided. And we're gonna move Tuxedo Ted up,
Okay.
see if it triggers anything. It does not.
Nailed him.
He will ruin the front door of that convenience store, and also kill himself a sectoid.
I'm
We'll
rolling.
move Modern Major General up, see if we can chase
Visual
that
on the
meld.
goods.
There it is. It should be safe to dash, right?
Position confirmed.
Alright.
Moving.
We're going to put Llama in high cover that will probably burn down next turn, but for now it's safe.
Okay.
Moving.
Everybody else
Good
will
to
move
go.
towards the alien pack that we saw, although they have not seen
Back
us
in.
yet. Llama will steady up,
I'm ready.
and Llama just had cover get blown. And this sectoid still don't see us, but we have movement on them. Cool. Alright, that meld is going to expire. You can tell kind of by how it chirps, how quickly it's moving. So if we don't get Modern Major General here on this turn, we're going to lose it. Alright, so he's in high cover now. That's all good and well. We're going to move Llama
Already
all the
there.
way across this convenience store.
Got it covered.
Moving out.
Now we're going to ambush these sectoids next turn.
Moving to position. That's affirmative.
Rack tap bang.
You hear that?
Now I want to move somewhat fast here because there's another meld on the map that's somewhere over in this corner right here. And I don't think we're going to have time to actually go over there and claim it, which means the best way to get it is going to be just kill all the remaining units on the map.
It's been secured.
Because now meld is worth 10 per canister. So, go hot, Llama.
Enemies in sight.
What can you do, Llama? Not that much, actually. Maybe I should have waited to steady. Alright, how many are over there? If I dash. And there's another pod immediately over here, so going forward would be a death sentence. Yuck.
On my way.
This is an unfortunate predicament I've gotten myself into.
Aye, aye.
Alright, so Sheen is going to suppress, I guess, this guy right here.
Aye, aye.
Llama's going to steady her aim for the next turn. I don't know what Modern Major General is going to do. Probably just stay right there.
I'm on it, Commander.
Kai-Shai will overwatch.
Solid copy.
Radborn is also going to overwatch. And that's unfortunately going to be our turn. As long as they don't mind Frey Llama, we should be just fine. Because this is now going to be a very target-rich environment in the back of that truck. Oh, perfect. So Llama's going to take her steadied rocket. Unfortunately, that gas pump is right in our way. We have to kind of try and shoot around it. You see right here it says shot is blocked. If we do that, we're going to basically put it right into a wall and blow ourselves up. So where we're actually going to aim is right here.
Boom.
Let's see what we get. Not really great. Alright, we have to start doing something about that overwatch. So Kai-Shai is now going to run a couple of overwatches.
Okay.
Should be able to dodge both of these.
Alright.
There's a third overwatch that we failed to pull. Can Sheen get eyes on that overwatcher? He cannot.
On the move.
Let's see if Modern Major General can miraculously pull that overwatch. No such luck. Alright, so a little inconvenient here. Kai-Shai can try and kill this guy.
Taken care of.
Who sees that guy? Is it just Llama who sees him? Alright, we're gonna move Sheen forward and run an overwatch.
Got it.
If he hits, so be it. Alright, so now we have eyes on all the remaining sectoids on the map. Tuxedo Ted's going to come all the way over.
Already there. Visual on the goods.
Oh, that's a lot of sectoids. Can I kill a mind merger? I kill a mind merger, I get 2 for 1. So the one in back is mind merging. That's asking an awful lot. What else could I do? Not much, truth be told.
Affirmative. Moving out.
So Shinshin's going to take a shot.
Missed.
Probably not Shinshin. The assault's going to take a shot. Shinshin's going to hunker. These guys are all freaked out and have to start running. We could get a death this turn. This is a lot of enemy fire to be facing. That rocket didn't do quite as much for us as I hoped it would. That's fine. That's even more fine. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're just running far, far away. Okay. One more left to deal with. No, 2 more left to deal with. I think he's just running away too. What's your play? Oh, you're getting right in my face. What are you doing? Alright, that's fine. So Kaishai is going to run forward, pull the Overwatch, and then ruin this guy's day.
This raid is death over here. X-ray down.
Man, if only I had close combat specialist. This is really kind of inconvenient, isn't it? All these sectoids trapped and I don't have a good response to them. Radborn can't get quite close enough to chuck a useful grenade.
Heading there now.
We could potentially kill that one, but let's see if we can get eyes on him with Modern Major General.
Position confirmed.
Alright, so this does have a decent shot at killing him, although in return I would probably get killed.
Moving.
Llama's going to move up. And I think that's going to have to be our play. So we're going to go for broke with this grenade with Charlie Radborn.
Throwing grenade.
Alright, good news there. So all the remaining sectoids are trapped on the other side, so our unit out of cover is no longer in danger. Tuxedo Ted is going to Overwatch. Shinshin's going to heal himself. And Llama is going to chuck smoke on top of this gas pump. The danger here being if they shoot at us, miss, and hit the gas pump, we are super screwed. We survive this turn, we'll get the meld, we'll get the sectoids, all will be well. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ugh, somebody's gonna get high ground bonuses on me. That's bad news. Or he's running far away. Alright, well that's fine. Kaishai can't quite get to the corner here. He can, however, get over here. And we'll pull both Overwatches this way. This one might hit. Alright, lucky us. Alright, so we see 3 of the 4 remaining sectoids. The 4th is somewhere up top here.
Got it.
We've got the meld. Radborn can just drop a grenade on this guy, possibly killing him.
That's affirmative.
Actually, let's see if we can get real clever with this. No, we're not going to try and get cute. Radborn's going to use this grenade right here. That's problematic. Alright, Modern Major General needs to move up into cover and hope that I can reach with this grenade. And it's just out of range. So, Llama's going to come up and put that SMG to good use. We hope. Thank you, Llama.
On the move.
My concern is that the sectoid that's up here has a shot to come around and flank our scout, but this guy certainly could. Yeah, so we're gonna move Kaishai back. Shinshin's going to suppress.
Keeping him down. Good to go.
Tuxedo Ted's going to heal up Shinshin.
Good as new.
And that'll be the turn, and we're gonna Overwatch. Are we gonna Overwatch? Yeah, we're gonna Overwatch with Modern Major General. This guy's suppressed, so he'll probably try and use psionics on us, which is fine. Or he's gonna run suppression. Alright, well, that's what happens when you run suppression. You get a free Overwatch shot with a high chance to crit. Now, it'd be nice if we knew where the other sectoid was. So let's move Kaishai up top. There he is. Now the next question becomes, can Tuxedo Ted get up there? And yeah, with that kind of range around, we can. So England is going to, or Kaishai rather, is going to move around, draw the Overwatch.
I'm on the move.
Yes, I know, presently she's a sitting duck. I promise it's going to work out just fine. So, now we're going to run and gun with Tuxedo Ted. who will come up.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Absolutely wreck this sectoid.
Taken care of.
Which then brings us to the Flying Llama, who has the ability to move up and get a flanking shot.
On the move.
But she will shank it.
Wide.
Do I have a follow-up? No, not really.
Copy that.
Don't have any grenades unless I can reach with Modern Major General.
Headed there now.
I think that's going to be asking a little bit too much. Yeah, I'm one tile too short.
Solid copy.
So we're going to Overwatch with Radborn. We're going to Overwatch with Sheen. We'll put Modern Major General in heavy cover, and just cross our fingers that nothing too bad happens here. If you hit that Overwatch, it solves a lot of problems. Ah!
That is not good.
Keep running, keep running. Alright, so that sectoid's freaking out. He's out of cover, we're out of cover, everybody's all out of cover. It's a problem for everybody. But Kaishai can
Moving.
reach the edge of the map. Do I have a guaranteed kill? I do. So let's see if we can get a kill with one of our rookies.
Roger that. Dead and
Excellent
gone.
work. All objectives complete.
Alright, so things got a little bit dicey at the end there. That's frustrating. We've had an operation whose last word was mother and an operation whose first word was hot, but we still have yet to combine the two. One day we will get the Buster Bluth mission. Alright, so Modern Major General and Charlie Radborn both promote. Sheen ain't in Overwatch, but it helped the cause, so there's something to be said for that. Modern Major General looks like an infantry because of the high defense, the decent hit points, mediocre mobility, and high-ish aim. Charlie Radborn, we really do need some medics, so high willpower makes for a good medic. Because you don't want the guys that are going to heal the people that are freaking out to freak out him or herself. $20 meld is a good boost to our meld stores. Hopefully that will help us out a little bit.
We will be in touch, Commander.
And now we have 315 space bucks, which would be more exciting if we weren't about to spend quite a bit of it. So, the first thing we need to do that I really should have done a while back, because that's going to be my satellite block when it's all said and done. Sheesh. I've really screwed this up. Alright, well, first of all, we're going to start building the officer training school, which is going to live right here, beneath our satellite uplink. Once we can get rid of this, that will be probably the alien jail, but we're going to build an access lift because we're going to build on the next level. And suddenly what used to be 300 bucks is now all gone. Might as well excavate that out too while we're at it. Yeah, that'll work. And next month we will use our 370 bucks to build ourselves a thermal generator. So now with the end of the month quickly approaching, we know we're not going to have any more interceptions. I only know this because from the metagame I know that you only ever get 3 UFOs in March. So we're going to change all 3 of these guys over to Stingray missiles to prepare for the wider variety of UFOs that we will be facing in April, many of which have armor. We're going to leave these 2 units right here, still using avalanche missiles, because we'll still face the occasional scout, and avalanches are still very powerful against them. And I want to use Mango against as many scouts as I can. The more crashes I can get for him, or her, the better off we're going to be. Other stuff that we have yet to talk about. Not much in the barracks. We've talked about all the various character classes. Engineering, when we completed xenobiology, we got the ability to build the targeting module. What the targeting module does, and this is one of the things I actually don't like about Long War, when you unlock new items, you just have the flavor text, but you don't necessarily have what it actually does until you build it. I could go into the inventory and take a look at, say, the laser sight and see this gives you +4 aim. I cannot do that for the targeting module. What the targeting module does is it provides a bonus critical hit chance to the tune of an additional 8% chance to crit, and if you do a critical hit, you will do an additional 1 to 2 damage on that crit. These are useful for some critical hit based builds, but right now if you crit something, it's going to die regardless, and if you don't crit something, it's still probably going to die. You've seen most one-hit kills right now, so there's really not a whole lot of reason for me to be building the targeting module, and even though 50 space bucks is relatively inexpensive, that's still 50 space bucks I'd rather spend on literally anything else. We didn't get anything else with the unlock. We do have the ability, if we were so inclined, to build the alien jail, which is this, which will require 10 power, 20 alloys, and 200 space bucks. We will be building it at some point next month because we just have the 10 power that we need, and we also have the 20 alloys, but we don't have anything to actually tase aliens with, so it'll be inefficient for us to build the alien jail right now. Research is going fairly well. We have 6 more weeks until alien materials are done.
I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
But that's basically it. We will close out the month, we will spin, we will get our council report, and get ourselves a free
satellite uplink facilities at maximum
scientist,
capacity.
which is helpful.
Additional uplink required.
If we're lucky, we'll get a council request for more sectoid corpses and get some more scientists before the month is out. Or more likely, the month is just going to outright end.
Incoming transmission.
We are extremely impressed with the progress of the XCOM project thus far, Commander. Your recent results were beyond our expectations, and that is not a statement this council makes lightly.
So that month couldn't have gone better, really. Sure, it would have been nice to have not blown quite as many things up and gotten some more corpses. Sure, it would have been nice if we'd gotten some maps that had some more meld. But we got every meld canister that was available on every map that we played, except for one of the UFOs, I think. We shot down everything that we could. This escaped UFO was an abductor, and we just foiled the abduction mission once it launched. Nobody died, we got an additional soldier. All told, that went pretty well for the first month.
Remember, we will be watching.
So now that we have our 377 space bucks, we're going to solve our power problems for the foreseeable future
Intent on conquering Earth.
by building a thermal
There's not much you
generator.
could do to stop them. I'm guessing they have something else in mind.
Thermal generators, unlike their fission generator counterparts, take 3 weeks to build, but that's okay. We don't really need the additional power that we'll get from the thermal generator within the next 3 weeks. And there's also going to be an adjacency bonus. We will get an additional +3 power because the fission generator is connected to the thermal generator. It's possible that as this month goes on, I might be strapped for cash and I might cancel the thermal in favor of building 1 more fighter pilot and 1 more alien jail. But for right now, this is the best use of our funds. Basically what we're hoping for also is that within the next 4 days we find a way to get 173 more space bucks, because I want to expand to squad size 1 as soon as I possibly can, so we can field 7 units per mission. Let's spin and see what happens.
Excavation complete.
That's not helpful. Alright, so alien materials are complete now, and this unlocks alloy plating, heat ammo, and the Phoenix cannon, 2 of which don't really matter for us. Alloy plating still kind of doesn't matter for us. Alloy plating is an improvement upon the ceramic plating that we have zillions of and we can field for free, and it gives 1 hit point to units. Alloy plating gives an additional 2 armor hit points to units. That's helpful, but right now still the best use of armor is to kind of skimp on it and try not to get hit. so we're not going to build any alloy platings right now. We can also build the Phoenix cannon, which is moderately better than Stingray missiles and moderately better than Avalanche missiles, but right now it's not sufficiently better than either of them to really be worth building. It's kind of a waste of alloys. Later on we might build a bunch of Phoenix cannons if we upgrade them and use that to outfit our interceptor fleet, but for now it's just going to sort of sit there. Heat ammunition is only for shivs. It makes them do a absolute crap load of damage against mechanical units, but the only mechanical units we have to deal with right now are seekers and drones, and we've really had no trouble dealing with either of those, just with grenades and volume of fire. Later on this might be helpful, but we don't have a shiv in the first place, so largely that doesn't matter. So for our next trick, we are going to be covering xenoneurology. You can also see that we can study scouts, and as we shoot down other craft or raid other craft, we'll get the ability to study those craft as well. Once we do that, we'll do bonus damage against them in the air, and we'll get the ability to gain additional alloys from them and Illyrium once we sort of decompose them, should we be able to capture them. But for now, the goal is going to be xenoneurology, because we want to start stunning aliens. So 16 days from now, we will have the ability to build an arc thrower, XCOM's versions of a taser. It'll probably take another 8 days to actually build an arc thrower, which means in about 24 days we want to have the ability to build the alien jail and have it up and running.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
What we're rooting for here is that, having unlocked alien materials, we're going to start getting council requests not only for sectoid corpses, but also for alloys, Illyrium, and meld. Hopefully Illyrium, because we really have no use for it right now, in exchange for scientists and in exchange for credits. We're kind of cash poor right now. I would love to have that steam generator, but I'm willing to cannibalize it in favor of some other stuff if necessary. Alright, so here's our first request using Illyrium. 12 Illyrium, which we have no use for a very long time, in exchange for 2 scientists, will go a long way. So xenoneurology, which previously I think was going to take 16 days, is now down to 13.
Officer Training School online.
Alright, now we have the Officer Training School. Do we have sufficient promotions to actually use the Officer Training School? No, we don't. So you need 40 ranks to unlock Squad Size 1. We only have 37. If we had 40 ranks right now, I would probably kill the thermal generator, just so I got $200 to get Squad Size 1. But right now, there's really no need. So the Officer Training School is a little bit premature, but I'd rather have it than not. Tactical officers is useful. We'll start getting into an officer game, but I would much rather have 1 additional troop than I would start getting officers on each mission. So let's keep moving.
Access lift operational.
I don't actually have the ability to dig out over here, and that's okay. Ish. I want this to be the alien jail. These are going to be workshop. No, these are going to be workshops. God, this base layout just absolutely sucks. This is the ideal location for the alien jail. These will be labs. This is going to be the alien jail, and we're going to actually start building it right now. Or start laying the groundwork to build it more accurately. So we're going to sell off our drone wrecks because they're really not of any use to us right now, and we're also going to sell 1 weapon fragment and 1 meld to get the requisite 13 space bucks to start digging out this space right here. That's where we're going to build the alien jail.
Contact detected.
Alright, so we have our first non-scout of the campaign. This is a raider. You really have no way of knowing that. It's a medium-sized UFO. These were in vanilla as well. They can be shot down with 1 interception, but more likely than not, it's going to take a couple. We do have Mango available, and avalanche missiles are roughly as good as Stingrays, so we're going to just sort of pound it with a few avalanche missiles and see what we can do.
We have eyes on the bandit.
Bad start. Worst start. Really bad start. Alright, so Mango took a ton of hits, nearly died, and only got 2 on that raider, which means this is going to take a while to bring him down.
Contact detected.
Let's send up a Stingray.
Bangs out.
That's better. Bring him down. Bring him down.
Disengaging.
Can we get one more on him?
Contact detected.
We'll send Dead Stick Vice after him.
Engaging bogey.
Come on. There it is. Alright, so as you can see, the air game gets pretty crazy, because it took 3 interceptors to bring down 1 UFO, 2 of which are now critically wounded and are going to be largely useless to us for the duration of this month. So, only 5 days on Dead Stick, which isn't so bad, but Mango and Carrot are pretty much done for the rest of April. I'm going to need to start buying additional interceptors. But we can worry about that after finishing this next mission. Medium crashed UFOs are, as you might imagine, because they are medium-sized, slightly larger, and have a higher complement of aliens on them than your basic scout UFOs. So we're going to need a slightly tougher team on this mission. We have at least lucked out and not gotten the crashed city block map, which has absolutely dreadful sightlines. So let's bring our best team out on this. Keith Richards is by default part of our best team because we need the ability to blow cover. We will bring Gavin with a marksman rifle, but also a sawn-off. He's going to bring the motion tracker as well. Let's bring a sniper. Node Wondershot, you're coming along. Need a gunner as well. That's going to be Malhabak. If we're going to be blowing cover with an engineer, it would be nice to have somebody who can shoot a lot to follow up. So that's going to be Cythereal, or it's going to be Modern Major General. Yeah, let's not mess around on our first mission the next month. So Modern Major General is coming along with a battle rifle. And last but not least, we are going to bring Lost and Delusional, who can tank a little bit by virtue of having the tanking perk, Will to Survive. Plus 10 hit points is really nothing to sneeze at this early in the campaign. So that will be the group that we bring for this next mission, but we're not doing it yet. We will cover that next time. Until then, I will see you later.